What if I told you that most of what you think you know about how men fall in love is wrong? Understanding the psychology of the male mind can change everything. Here is how men fall in love. Stage 1. The spark, lust, and visual attraction. Let's start with the truth. Men are wired to notice first. Visual cues are powerful. When a man first meets someone he's attracted to, his brain is flooded with testosterone and dopamine, the feel-good chemicals that make his heart race and his thoughts spin. It's not just about looks, though. It's about that instant magnetic pull. Maybe it's a smile, the way you laugh, or the energy you bring into the room. But here's the catch. This initial spark is just the beginning. It's easy to mistake lust for love, but in reality, this stage is more about curiosity and desire than deep connection. Ever wondered why some men seem obsessed at first, then suddenly cool off? It's because this chemical rush is temporary. The real test comes next. Next time you feel that spark with someone, pause and ask yourself, what's drawing me in? Is it just the surface or something deeper? This simple reflection can help you spot real potential. Stage 2. The rush attraction and infatuation. If the spark is there, the next stage kicks in, attraction. Here's where things get interesting. Now, it's not just about looks. It's about chemistry, shared laughter, and the thrill of getting to know each other. The male brain releases even more dopamine, norepinephrine, and serotonin. This cocktail creates feelings of euphoria, excitement, and even obsession. At this point, a man starts to focus his attention. He wants to spend more time with you, to learn your stories, to make you laugh. He may even idealize you, seeing you as the one, and overlooking your flaws. This stage is so powerful. Scientists compare it to being addicted to a drug. That's why the early days of love feel so intense, and why it can be so hard to think about anything else. If you're in this stage, enjoy it, but also make space for real conversations. Ask questions that go beyond the surface. What's something you've never told anyone? Or, what's your biggest dream? These moments build real intimacy. Stage 3. The shift-building emotional connection. Here's where many relationships either deepen or fade. For a man to truly fall in love, he needs to feel emotionally safe. It's not enough to have fun together. He needs to trust that he can be vulnerable, that you'll accept him, flaws and all. This is the stage where oxytocin, the bonding hormone, starts to play a bigger role. It's released through touch, shared experiences, and emotional openness. Men, often less verbally expressive, show love through actions, fixing your car, making you coffee, or just being present when you need support. The real magic happens when a man feels he can drop his guard. That's when the walls come down, and true love takes root. Show appreciation for his efforts, no matter how small. A simple thank you or a genuine compliment can create a safe space for him to open up even more. Stage 4. Attachment, the deep bond. Once emotional safety is established, attachment grows. This is the foundation of real, lasting love. The initial rush of dopamine fades, but it's replaced by oxytocin and vasopressin hormones that foster trust, loyalty, and a desire to care for one another. At this point, love becomes less about excitement and more about comfort and security. He wants to support you, protect you, and build a life together. This is when men start thinking about the future, about commitment, family, and shared goals. If you've ever wondered why some men seem to settle down after a certain point, this is why. The chemistry has shifted from wild excitement to deep, steady connection. Nurture this bond by creating rituals together, whether it's a weekly date night, a morning walk, or simply checking in with each other every day. These small habits build a strong foundation. Stage 5. The hidden blueprint, how his past shapes his love. Here's a surprising twist. A man's capacity to love deeply is often shaped long before he meets you. Research shows that his earliest experiences of love, especially his bond with his mother, can set the blueprint for how he connects with romantic partners later in life. If he grew up feeling safe and cherished, he's more likely to open his heart fully. If not, he may struggle with vulnerability or fear of rejection. Sometimes his hesitation isn't about you, it's about old wounds he's still carrying. Practice patience and empathy. If he pulls away or seems guarded, don't take it personally. Instead, invite gentle conversations about his past and what makes him feel safe. Stage 6. The language of love actions versus words. Men are often taught to show love through actions rather than words. While women might crave verbal affirmations, many men express their feelings by fixing things, planning surprises, or simply being present. This can lead to misunderstandings. You might wonder, why doesn't he say, "I love you" more? But for him, love is in the details, the way he remembers your coffee order, or how he holds your hand in a crowded room. If you start looking for love in his actions, you'll see it everywhere. Acknowledge and reciprocate these gestures. If he does something thoughtful, let him know it matters. And don't be afraid to ask for what you need. Communication is a two-way street. Stage 7. Vulnerability, the key to lasting love. One of the biggest myths about men is that they don't want to be vulnerable. The truth: most men crave emotional connection, but they're often afraid of being rejected or misunderstood. When a man feels safe enough to share his fears, dreams, and insecurities, that's when real love flourishes. The strongest relationships aren't built on perfection, they're built on honesty and vulnerability. Stage 8. The role of appreciation and respect. Men need to feel appreciated and respected by their partners. Recognition fuels their sense of worth and deepens their commitment. When a man feels valued, he's more likely to invest emotionally and go the extra mile for the relationship. Appreciation is the secret ingredient that keeps love alive. Take a moment each day to express gratitude. Whether it's a quick text or a heartfelt note, these small acts of appreciation create a positive feedback loop in your relationship. Stage 9. The power of shared experiences. Men often bond through shared experiences, adventures, challenges, and even everyday routines. These moments create memories and inside jokes, weaving a unique story that's just yours. The more memories you create together, the stronger your connection becomes. Plan a new experience together, no matter how small. Try a new restaurant, take a day trip, or start a shared hobby. These moments become the glue that holds you together. Stage 10. Navigating challenges, staying connected. No relationship is perfect. There will be misunderstandings, disagreements, and tough times. But here's the truth: how you navigate these moments matters more than the moments themselves. Men often prefer to solve problems quickly and move on, while women may want to talk things through. Conflict isn't the enemy, disconnection is. When tensions rise, focus on staying connected. Use I statements, listen actively, and look for common ground. Remember, you're on the same team. Stage 11. The science of lasting love hormones and habits. If you want to build a love that lasts, focus on connection over perfection. See the man in front of you, not just his words, but his actions, his efforts, and his heart. Appreciate him, challenge him, and invite him to be vulnerable. And most of all, create a space where you both feel safe to be your truest selves. The real secret? Love isn't something that just happens to men. It's something they choose, nurture, and build one day at a time. Tonight, take a moment to reflect. What makes you feel most loved? Share that with your partner and ask him the same. You might be surprised by what you learn. Drop down your views in the comments. Thank you for joining me on this. Remember, love is a journey, one that's worth every step.